Hey, this is Jason with Summer Camp Systems. Today I'm going to discuss the messaging module that has been added to Summer Camp Systems. It allows camp staff to communicate with camp staff, unit leaders, and general campers via text message or email. First, let's discuss the setup of the person record. Under the Unit User menu, and then My People, I'll select a person. And on the Contact Info tab, the unit leaders need to fill in Receive Text Messages and set it to Yes, the primary phone number, the phone type, as well as the mobile carrier. This can also be done for the secondary phone. Likewise, receive email messages needs to be set to yes, and the primary and or secondary email needs to be set. In addition, on the other tab, the unit leader flag needs to be set to yes for unit leaders, and the camp staff needs to be set to yes for camp staff. I will now select the camp user menu and then select messaging. The first option is for all unit leaders or camp staff, which ties back to the flags on the person record that we just discussed a second ago. The message list allows you to select who will be the target of the message. I'm going to click on the I Need Help link to go out to the help, and I'll scroll down to the message list section. It outlines who the messages will be sent to. For example, the organization would be sent to all individuals, which could be a massive list. You can send it to the entire camp for all active events or a single event. The send to can also be user entered, and the user option will send messages to all email addresses with user accounts. I'll return to the application, and in this example we're going to use an event. You can also select a message type of HTML email, text email, or text message from email. A subject should be entered. A reply to address can be chosen. Since I've chosen to send it to all unit leaders at camp this week, I will select the event. Optionally, a CC or BCC could be entered. The body of the message can be filled out with the appropriate information. Attachments could be included. Then the send message is clicked, and I receive a message that the messages were sent. This tool will send individual email messages to everyone in the distribution list based on the message list. So as you can see here, it's an individual email sent out. This concludes the basics, but I want to demonstrate a couple more advanced features of the tool. I want to discuss creating a custom distribution group, and I want to discuss emergency management. Let's start with a custom distribution group. Administrator access will be needed for this demonstration. Creating a custom distribution group is documented in the help under admin, and in messaging define custom distribution lists. As you can see here, I'm going to create a lookup where attribute 1 has the value of email, and then I'll create lookup values associated with that lookup where attribute 1 is the name of the person, attribute 2 is the email address, attribute 3 is the mobile phone number, and attribute 4 is the mobile phone carrier. So in the sake of time, I'm going to use an import template for this example. So I've already filled out the Camp Chatuchak Management lookup for the distribution group. You'll notice that attribute 1 is set to email, and I've also added the camp director, the assistant camp director, and a camp webmaster to this particular distribution group. So I'll go back to the application, and under admin I'll go to mass additions. I'll go ahead and select lookups. I'll choose my file, and I'm just going to go ahead and load it for the sake of time. And then I'll choose lookup values, and again I'll load the lookup values. So now I have a custom distribution list set up in the system. Now I will return to the camp user menu, and then again go to messages, and I'm going to send the same message I sent before. Again, I'll choose event. I'll put in a subject. And now you'll notice when I drop down to reply to, I actually have the distribution group here. I could have sent this to a distribution list and actually sent this directly to the distribution list. But as we said, I'm going to send the same message for an example. So I'll go ahead and choose my event again. And for this example, I am going to copy the distribution group. Of course, this could mean that they get a lot of email, so be careful who is copied. I'll go ahead and put in a message, and then I'll click send message, and the messages will be sent. And this time you'll notice that when I get the email, the camp director, assistant camp director, and camp webmaster are copied on the email. Finally, I want to present a use case where the tool can be used for emergency management. While we don't want to bombard people with emails and text messages, it can be useful to get the word out when it's needed at camp. In this example, I'm going to go back to the camp user, and again I'm going to go to messaging. And this time I'm going to leave it set to all, and I'm going to send a text message. And again, this uses the mobile carrier's email to text message gateway, so it's actually going to come out as an email but then be received as a text message. And again, I'll send it to everyone at camp this week. So I'll select my event. And in this case, we've got a thunderstorm approaching, and we're going to get the word out to return to your campsites. I'll go ahead and send that. And people with their mobile set up in this system will get a text message that looks something like this. Again, there's a thunderstorm warning. You'll notice that it does come from admin@summercampsystems.com, but it will be received as a text message. As a reminder, you can head over to summercampsystems.com/doc to get the latest help information about these topics. In this example, under Camp User and in Messaging, similar information is shown on how to send a message. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Thanks, and have a great day.